Hey, hey, hey. Today I want to talk about how to stop attracting what you don't want. So I was listening to a podcast where this guy, Michael Lozier, I think his name is, I'm not sure if I pronounced that right, but he was talking about the words we use and how powerful they are, and the words that people constantly use that are attracting things that they don't want in their lives. And this ties in with the law of attraction. Even if you think the law of attraction doesn't exist, there is some truth to it. And even though we can't explain some of the more metaphysical aspects of that with the current 3D materialist science that we're working with, even though we can't explain it that way, there are ways of explaining, and there are mechanisms to explain that according to our thoughts and our focus, we are creating and or decoding a reality based upon that template. So the words that he said to not use, and it's kind of funny because not is one of the words. So the three words are don't, not, and no. And it's based upon the premise that whatever your focus is on, that is what you get. So if I say don't think about a purple unicorn, what image pops in your head? A purple unicorn, of course. And like the same applies to no and not. If you say no parking, you're going to think about parking. If you hold up an object and say this is not red, you're going to think about the color red. So it all works that way. So that's why if you're using those things like I don't want my boss to do this bad thing today, you're thinking about that bad thing your boss is going to do, and you're going to probably attract that or look for flaws within your boss. So it's important to be very, very mindful of language, and that's why I think that doing a mindfulness exercise regarding complaining is very powerful, to catch yourself every time you complain and try to go like a week without complaining, something like that. And so this is really important to be aware of too when you're using those words don't, not, and no, because then you're focusing on things that are negative that you don't want. So whenever you catch yourself saying those type of things using don't, not, and no, you need to use what the guy Michael Lozier calls a reset phrase, and that is, so what do I want? So instead of focusing on what you don't want, you focus on what you do want. It's as simple as that. So instead of saying something like, I don't want the color blue, you say, I want the color purple. It's as simple as that. It's just reframing your focus. And one mechanism that is an explanation for the law of attraction, and this is like a well-explained phenomenon, it's called the baader-meinhof phenomenon. So this is when you come across something like a word or a phrase or a piece of information, something like that, and then once you come across it, you start seeing it everywhere. And that phenomenon is just because that thing is now in your decoding mechanism of your brain. So you are decoding reality through that filter. So it's no longer filtering, it's filtering that through now, that piece of information. So it's on your radar. And that's why this happens. Like people see, they want a Corvette, for example, and then they start seeing Corvettes everywhere. It's just because that's what you're filtering reality based upon. So if you're not focusing on that, they might still be in your reality, but you're just not going to catch it because there's so much stuff going on, and our brains only decode a small portion of reality, and it decodes it based upon our beliefs, our focus, all that stuff. So you're changing the decoding mechanism of your brain by doing that. And it applies to like negative people too. Like if you're looking for flaws, you are always going to find flaws. If you're looking for problems, you are always going to find problems because you're decoding things that way. That's your decoding filter. It's a problem filter. So if you're looking for opportunities, you're going to find opportunities everywhere because your decoding filter is opportunities. So two people that are using different filters, one's looking for problems, the other one's looking for opportunities. The person looking for problems is going to find the problems in the reality around them, and the person looking for opportunities is going to find the opportunities. And it might be the same exact template of reality that they're decoding, but they're just applying different filters to it. So I think that's one of the primary mechanisms for the law of attraction. It's that baader-meinhof phenomenon, the way we're decoding things based upon what we're focusing on and those implants within our mind. So, yeah, I think that's all I got. So focus on what you want. That's the essential takeaway from this. Tune your mind. Focus on what you do want. Don't keep thinking about the things that you don't want. Focus on the solution. All right? Because I forgot who said this. I think it's from like the Peaceful Warrior or something. It's like, focus on the solutions, not the problems. That's the key to change. So stop focusing on all the negative things in your life and start focusing on the positive things, and you will attract more positivity, and you will attract the things you do desire, because you're attracting things and decoding reality based upon your focus. So focus on what you do want. All right? Peace, peace. Much love, and one love, baby.